What's up YouTube? My name is Justin Geary. I'm a long distance runner. And yes, in this video I really did talk to Zach Levet and Cooper Teare and all those other runners. And if you really don't believe me, here's some proof. Hey, what's up?
Just building upon the training you've done. So, every season is building on the season before and you get that much better.
So now that you guys believe me, stick around to see those conversations later in the video. I'm actually just about to go for my run today. I'm going to be taking the G7X with me. And hopefully we'll get some shots with this and then we'll meet back up after the run. Currently 86 degrees out, so kind of a hot one. Hello. So basically in this video, I wanted to talk to some big name runners about COVID and how it's affected them to kind of make it more comparable to those runners who are in high school or not as athletically talented, because at the end of the day we're all going through the same thing, and I really hope it shows that in this video. So guys, back at the house now, just finished up with my run. I did 40 minutes, I did 30 on, 30 off, the last 3 minutes just to kind of do a little tune-up, kind of like strides, so like close to 5.5 miles, average pace 7:19. I'll put the Strava stuff, right over here. If you guys want to go check out my Strava, the link is in the description down below. But without further ado, I know you guys are really anxious to get into this. It's what you've all been waiting for. Here's me talking to Evert, Cooper, my friend Sota from Australia, Bashir, and Zach Levet.
What's good, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Well, one, I was not upset, but I was super bummed out because I was set to debut my outdoor season with an 800, which I hadn't raced one since like my senior year of high school. So,
yeah.
And it was literally like less than a week before that, and then they canceled, and I was like, whoa, that went for nothing. And then it just sucked because I was like in such good shape. And then knowing that nothing was going to happen, like our coaches told us to take not a bunch of time off, but like just don't worry about running. There's nothing like to focus on. So I literally just stopped running then and kind of just messed around with my teammates for a while. But everyone was going to go through the same thing. So at the end of the day, it wasn't that big of a deal.
What was your reaction when you found out that they canceled like fall sports, the championships, and everything like that?
I was kind of happy that they canceled it just because they were taking so long to do it.
Yeah.
And, like, it's not like I'm a senior or anything, so, like, whether they give us eligibility back or not, like, I'm still going to have some seasons left in college, so it's not that big of a deal. And if there would have been a season, people were going to start getting sick. Yeah. So,
I mean, especially in cross-country, like, when you guys are racing, like, even if they tried to social distance the starting boxes or something like that, like everyone's going to end up together at some point. You're going to be next to people.
Yeah, the SEC put out a rule, and it was like you will be required to wear a mask at the start line, and you can only take it off once proper social distancing is achieved. And I'm like, so there'd be like 2 people that could probably take off their mask in a race. And like racing with the mask is the dumbest thing. Like, as a big conference, you'd think they'd be smarter than that, but they're idiots. So I'm glad they canceled it because now no one has to put up with that. At this point, like, there's no reason to really take time off and kind of just get ready for the next upcoming season and stuff. Yeah. I haven't really talked to my team. I don't know what like our official plan is, but a lot of my team was in Flagstaff for the summer, so they were out there putting in like some serious training. I've been in Boulder.
Do you have any messages like for anyone who's kind of struggling with motivation right now since their season was just canceled? Something to like lift them up?
I mean, I would say that like at the beginning of quarantine was probably the best time to take the break you needed. Like whether that would have been 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever. At this point, like it's about just keep staying consistent and keep on training, because whether there's a season or not, the more you train, the more your body's gonna adapt to the higher stress of racing and hard training, and eventually as long as you put the work in, it'll always pay off. Like, no one's ever put in work and not gotten better. So now you have even more time than ever before in your life to set yourself up to have a good track season, and then just like build athleticism for the years to come.
For sure.
So what I do is I just watch a bunch of motivational videos when I don't feel like running, when I don't feel like doing anything. And so it's easy. Just remind yourself why you do this. Like, your dreams are not canceled; they're just postponed for the meantime. So and if you're not gonna do the work, somebody else is. Anyone else, like Reed or Ben, or actually Ben doesn't even run.
Except for that 200 meter.
Yeah, just tell them I sent you, and if they don't reply, just tell me, and I will fucking call them. Yeah, all right, thank you. It was fun doing that.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, take care.
See ya. What's up, man?
How's it going?
Thank you for doing this. Wanted to say that.
Yeah, of course.
But, so I wanted to, like, with a big D1 runner, obviously a big name, especially with the Ben Crawford videos and everything, to kind of make yourself more comparable to people who aren't as athletically talented and can kind of relate more to you. When you first found out about, like, COVID, and when you were sent home from school and everything, and heard about, like, the cancellation of track seasons, what was, like, going through your mind then? Like, what did you originally think about it?
Yeah, so when I first, like, when COVID first started hitting, I think big on, building upon the training you've done. So, every season is building on the season before, and you get that much better each season. So even if there's no races, you have to have a good spring season if you want to have a good summer, and you have to have a good summer if you want to have a good fall. So it kind of all, builds on top of each other. So immediately he was like, all right, you might lose a bit of momentum, but you gotta keep on, keep on chugging. And so yeah, we pretty much immediately got back into it and just doing what I wanted to do. Like, I had an outline from my coach and of what we were supposed to do and what he expected of us, and when we were gonna plan on doing time trials and stuff. But other than that, I kind of had freedom to I could switch up workouts a little bit. I could go do other stuff if I wanted to, because he's not there to watch. So it was kind of relieving, and there's no really, if you have a bad time trial, nobody's there to see. It's just kind of on you. So it was kind of nice not having any pressure and really not having any expectations or anything, because anything you do, if you run a fast time, that's sick, because it's just icing on the cake. And if you don't run well, who cares, because you're not racing anytime soon, and it's not a big deal. Like, you have months to a couple more weeks before your next time trial. So
how you're saying it's a whole different type of training, because I mean, when you're in season, you're obviously training for specific races, like making nationals and that specific meet and how you're going to race there. But I mean, with this whole thing, it was just training to just get more fit. It wasn't like you were focused on running specific times. It was just to increase your fitness.
Yeah, it was fun, because you're just going to get as fit as you're going to get. You have nothing to get fit for. So it's kind of whatever you want to do. I actually ended up running PRs during quarantine, which was kind of sick, because I was like, I got nothing else to do and nobody else is going to do it, so I might as well. Like, if I can still train hard and have fun, I'll do it. And ended up running a big 800 PR, and just all the while doing it with other people. You're usually just with your team and doing what your team does and what your coach says, and got to run with other guys that I don't get to run with during that season, because they're all at school, or because they have stuff that they have to do with their team. So I mean, it was an exciting opportunity to, like, you know, meet new people and, like, try new things and see if there's something new with training that, like, you haven't tried before.
For sure.
One of, like, the quote of the summer for me was the thing that Evert said, like, if you don't get up and put in the mile, someone else will. And I've seen a lot of people, you know, put that, like, on Instagram and stuff and just tag Evert. And as much as that was cap from Evert, because half the time he wouldn't come to runs because he would sleep in, I think it, you know, kind of speaks volumes. And
for sure.
My motivation, you know, the days where it sucks, but know that you're going to be that much better for it on the days that feel good. And yeah, if you don't, you know, go out and get it, someone else will, and you'll fall behind. So.
All right, man. That was all that I had. Just wanted to say thanks again. Really means a lot, you doing this. And, you know, thanks for being an inspiration to so many people.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I appreciate it.
Of course.
It's always good to, you know, connect with other people, and I know when I was in high school it would have been so sick to see something like this, so try to, you know, keep that rolling and just give back. So that's awesome.
For sure.
I appreciate you putting this together too.
Yeah, of course, man. Thank you very much.
Sweet. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too. See ya. What's up, Sota?
What's up?
So for those of you who don't know Sota, I have the camera here, but for those of you who don't know Sota, he is the reason that I kind of got back into running injury-free. I found one of his videos about how to stop heel striking. His video was a big reason why I was able to start running again injury-free. But Sota runs for the UCID Run Club.
Yeah, well, the first thing I thought about was all the training that I can't do with my friends. So our restrictions got so strict to the point where we could only run with one other person. And that stuck for like 2 or 3 months, and it was pretty tough because I really thrive off of running with other people and having that friendly competition environment around me. So it was initially very hard, but I think in general the running community all around the world reacted to it pretty positively, and you see all these people breaking records and doing some mad solo time trials and all that. So I tried to hop on the trend, do some of my own time trials and stay positive and do what I can control, I guess, and worry about everything else later. But yeah, I think it's important to work on your base when you don't really have races coming up. There's no need to be super sharp. You just want to really, really build on that base.
So what would you say to those people who have now had their cross-country seasons canceled on top of their track seasons to kind of help motivate them to look forward and to keep running and just look at it in a positive way?
Yeah, it's definitely tough for everyone. We're all in the same boat, but I guess the only thing you can do is follow the government restrictions and do what you can do. So, like, if you can train in groups of 10, I don't know what the rules are like in the US. For us, it's like 20 people per exercise group right now. So, you know, I'm doing what I can with what we're allowed to do. And, I think Strava has been a good way to keep each other motivated and see what other people are doing. Like, I've been following some of the guys in the US, like Cooper and some other Oregon guys, and yeah, it's just nice to see what other people are doing around the world and getting a bit of insight on what they're doing with their training.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you doing?
Doing well, man. What about you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm really happy to be doing this, man. It's really awesome.
Appreciate it. I appreciate
of course, man.
Reaching out.
Yeah, of course, man. And you guys were getting sent home and stuff, and you found out that track season was canceled. Like, what was going through your mind then, like, when you first found out?
Dang. So we found out, like, at Nationals. I'm in Albuquerque. I'm thousands of miles away from home. But the first thing that's going through my mind were definitely disbelief. Like, I feel like most people were probably like, dang, I really can't even believe this. But after that settled in, obviously, it was going to be how it was going to be. You couldn't change it. A big thing for me was I was like, okay, you know, like, because of our sport, no matter who you are, like, high school, college, middle school, super good, super, like, it doesn't matter. Everyone puts a lot of time into the sport, a lot of effort, and I'm like, okay, like, this is going to give me a time to step back and, like, figure out other passions. So I kind of just told myself that I was going to use this time to do something. Like, I wasn't just going to watch Netflix all day.
Yeah.
I wasn't just going to do random stuff. So, like, you know, I started reading way more, like, researching, learning, things like that. So my first initial reaction was definitely, like, sadness. But then I was like, okay, like, it is what it is. Like, let's make use of the opportunity.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we took, like, a little bit off. Kind of because it was going to be the end of indoor season anyways.
Mm-hmm.
We took a little bit off. But then basically we went right back into it. So the only thing was, as opposed for training to peak for, like, an 800 or something in late April, we kind of just furthered some base training. I was really, like, thinking about doing some time trials, but ultimately we just were like, nah, it's fine. But yeah, I just kind of train consistently. So I kind of had to learn how to just consistently train, find the joy, and just, like, you know, grinding it out. Right. Well, let's see. Why, like, where is your motivation from? Let's see. Let me hear from you.
Well, personally, I'm just, like, someone who always strives to be better in everything that I do. I have always just had a really deep ambition inside of me to just get better at everything that I do.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, I just was kind of interested because I know, like you're saying, running with other people, a question like this, like, everyone has their own internal motivations. It's not often I can ask someone, you know, what's going for them. But kind of how you said, like, you have that deep ambition to get better.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I notice this a lot with the NBA. I don't know if you follow, like, NBA or anything, but, like, like, great players, like a Damian Lillard or LeBron, they go up to take a shot, right? And they make the shot. We're just like, dang, like, he's crazy, like, but LeBron's always going to make that, you know, like, there's 10 seconds left in the game. Kevin Durant's always going to make that. I think, like, people are really good, and good is, everyone has their own perception. People forget that LeBron James has, like, an actual human brain that's like yours and is like mine.
Yeah.
So where I'm going with this is, like, obviously I don't think I'm crazy, but if someone's thinking, like, I'm really good, and they might see me training like Bashir's just an animal, like, no, like, every day I'm waking up thinking the same, like, okay, I gotta go train. I got 8 miles, maybe I'll do 6. Man, maybe I'll do 5. Like, so I think it's important that even if you are alone, if you're not able to run with people, understand that, like, everyone is going through that. Everyone is trying to figure out their own motivation. And I would just say that, like, you have to find out why you run. Like, obviously, you're saying, like, you have a deep desire to get better. For me, I have a deep desire to compete against people, and I have to use that desire to help me train, even though I'm not competing against anyone anytime soon.
Yeah.
And so I would just say, don't try, like, if you're listening to this, don't try and make your motivation my motivation or Justin's motivation. Like, you have to find out why you're really setting foot on the track every single day, and once you do that, you'll be able to run whichever season is canceled.
Yeah.
This is all I would say. It's not crazy, but I think that.
No, I think that was a really good message to send to people.
They just say, like, find your why, find your why, find your why. And now could be a really good time to do that. So, if you're calling Zach, can you ask him this? How's Callie in Cali from England?
How's Callie in Cali from England?
Yes. He's going to be like, what? He might not get it, but he'll get it.
Alright.
And just say you know.
Okay.
You're just in tune, definitely, with what people need right now, because people do need things like this.
Yeah.
And, like, I think it's going to be really helpful.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, man. What's up? I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing pretty well. Bashir told me that you talked to him at 11.
Yeah. So I have a question for you.
Everybody.
Yeah, I'm talking to a lot of people. But my question is, how's Callie in Cali from England?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my! If I hadn't talked to Bashir, oh my god! You know, like, pretty good. Definitely, that's so cool.
One thing I wanted to tell you first was, I wanted to give you a thanks for like doing the whole YouTube thing, because I mean I used to make videos back in the day, but I never thought about making running videos until like I saw you and your channel, and so like you were kind of the reason that I got into that for sure. So I wanted to
Thank you so much.
to give you a thank you from that.
I'm really glad that I inspired you. Like, I always wonder, because like there's so many new like running YouTubers popping up, and I'm always like I just wonder like how they kind of got into it. But people really are like popping onto the scene, and
Oh yeah,
you
for
actually
sure.
have like a lot of subscribers. Like you're getting up there. Like you're close to the 1,000 subscriber mark, right? Like you're
I just hit 1,000 yesterday.
Oh shoot! Oh
Yeah.
shoot! You're popping up.
But you being someone who's not an NCAA athlete anymore, I wanted to kind of get your perspective too. Like, when you first found out about COVID, so like, what were your initial thoughts when that got canceled, and like, how that just kind of affected all of your plans?
Like honestly, it was kind of interesting because at the time I was still recovering from the marathon. Like I was really like not ready to run a half marathon, but like my body was still really hurt. So honestly, I was sad because it was gonna be such a fun opportunity to like run an event with Nike and get like the Alpha Flies early and all that stuff. So I was like, oh shoot, like this is gonna be sick. Like I'm gonna have them so early, and like it's gonna be super exciting. And then like it kind of all disappeared, and I was like, huh. Like I was kind of like on the racing part, like I was a little bit excited to not race because I was like, I might hurt a lot. Like it might just hurt a ton, and I might just have to do it. But like from many other perspectives, I was like really sad to like have missed the opportunity to be out there and kind of miss everything about it.
How has it like affected your training?
Yeah, like I would say that like after the marathon I was kind of on and off, but especially like when COVID happened, I was like a lot less pressed to run, and I kind of allowed myself to really allow my body to recover and kind of do based upon what I wanted. Like so on the day I was just like, no, like my body like does not feel like running, like I'm just not gonna run. And so like that time that I had to like kind of bounce between running and not running and running with friends, doing workouts and all that stuff was like really great for me to just reset my mind after the marathon. Because like I hate to like express it so much, but the marathon really like destroyed my body. Like it's hard to even explain. Like I'm still recovering, and so like just really allowing myself to like naturally recover and decide based on what my body wants has been so nice for allowing me to like finally get back to the point where I'm like I freaking love running, and like it's so much fun to be back like doing the sport, you know? And so that's what I'm really happy I got from it.
So I have to ask, because you know the YouTube comments about you not running. How often are you running?
It's hard to say. Like there are some weeks when I was with Bashir, like when we were traveling, when I ran like 60-something miles, okay, maybe like 58 miles or something like that. It's not a bad week at all. And then there are other weeks I probably ran like 12 to 15 miles. So it was like incredibly varying. Like there was no week that had 0 miles though. No week that had 0 miles.
That's awesome.
Like if the week had like 12 miles, that probably meant I went on like a 100-mile bike ride. Like that week probably was like surfing or probably doing something or probably playing spike ball all day. So it wasn't like I wasn't doing anything. It was more just like, you know, running was not the key activity for the day, I guess.
Yeah.
The running comments love it. Tyler Spears is always joking me. He's always like, even at the end of his most recent video, Jacob, his brother, was like, don't let Zach influence you to not run. Or something. I don't even remember, but it was funny. I was like, oh shoot, they're calling me out. Consistency's back though. I've run like 6 out of 7 days last week, and then this week should be 7 out of 7.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Because I know that when we were texting about it, like people who are struggling with motivation, like what would you say to them, like some tips to help motivate them to get back into running?
Yeah, honestly, from having a loss of motivation for a little bit, like I would definitely just say like take it naturally. Like it's hard to ever like force yourself to do anything. Like you never want to force yourself to do anything because obviously like your heart's not in it. And so like what I would say is just like allow yourself to kind of find the passion for it again, which for me was like kind of intermittently running until I really felt it, and I was like, shoot, like I need to be out here, like kind of running new places to try and maybe incite that love again, maybe, you know, run with new people, whatever it takes, just kind of mix it up and like do it as you wish instead of like as you're forced to, because like when you're forced to do things, it just is never the same. Now that I've got that spark back, like for me, I'm just like, shoot, I'm gonna take advantage of this and like get into crazy shape while I can and like just get back into it, and like I think I'm properly addicted again. So it's a good thing to have.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know that area too well, but that's super cool.
Hey, you should definitely come around this area. We could go for a run sometime. That'd be sick.
If I'm ever up in the Northeast, I definitely will. Like, the only problem is I might be stuck here for a while, bro. Look at how beautiful this is. This is just.
I know, dude. It's awesome.
Like paradise all the time. Like, I literally feel like I'm on vacation every day. I'm like, what the heck? Like, this is just not fair. Like, there's palm trees everywhere. What the heck? Dang, well, that's sick as can be. Like, I'm excited for this video. Like, I think that it's a good idea to get the mega collab of the century. You got everybody on here.
I'll, so I could get, you know, your thoughts on it. If anything should be changed.
Dude, I love helping out a thumbnail. Thumbnails are everything. Well, and titles.
Yeah.
I'm all about the thumbnail and title.
Alright, I just sent it.
Oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Those pictures are the really high quality ones as well. Always. Thank you so much. This was incredible. We'll have to talk more in the future. If you ever have any questions or anything, just hit me up. Like, I got you.
Of course, man. Alright, awesome.
Yeah, my number works a lot better than my DMs. Like, my DMs are like, I am really good at responding to DMs, but also the worst at it. It's like
hey, but I'm just glad that you responded to this one. It's awesome.
Definitely. I'm glad I did this well. But I'm gonna go get some breakfast. It's like 10. Day is starting. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great one. Thank you for everything.
Of course, man.
I'll talk to you soon.
Alright, thank you. See ya. Yo. I just talked to Zach Levet, bro. That's freaking awesome. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was an insane video to make, and if you're new, that you want to hit that subscribe button and the like button below. Again, huge thanks to Zach, Bashir, Cooper, Evert, and Sota for being in this video. It's just insane to make this. But I hope that you guys liked what you see here and want to stick around for some more videos. I post a ton of running content on this channel. Yeah, but other than that, that's all for the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.